Gadriel sat confined within a mystic bottle, encased in a crystalline structure. Beams of ultraviolet light imprisoned her soul, Golgothos. The Dark King chuckled, "Scheme in your veil of despair all you want, fairy. You won't be escaping." Despite the shadowed darkness where her eyes once were, a signature of a disembodied soul, Gadriel managed to glare at him well. "I seem to remember someone who proved you wrong once," she said with as much arrogance as she could muster. This irritated Golgothos. "Silence, you giant mosquito. If I want your opinion, I'll ask for it." Gadriel was perplexed. "What do you want with me?" Golgothos sighed. "Oh, isn't that obvious? You're the bait." She sensed there was more to his plan and thought to herself that this couldn't be the real reason. As if reading her thoughts, Golgothos continued, "I don't really want that sword anymore. I want the power that forged it to drain its essence and attain its knowledge with it. I'll create an unstoppable army and remake this world into my vision, where all will praise me as the one and only God." Gadriel spoke with grief. "What happened to you, Maratuk? You were once the chosen one, meant to wield that sword, the greatest of our heroes." Golgothos erupted in rage. "Don't ever speak that name again, fairy, or I'll consume the mystical essence from your bones. That name is dead to me." He waved his hand, dispelling the necromantic spell that kept Gadriel in the mortal realm. She began to fade, but snapped back into form as he waved his hand again. "We can do this all night, my dear. It's not wise to test my patience." Gadriel quietly said, "I don't know how you plan to succeed. No one knows where the warrior of the light is. No one has seen him since the great cataclysm 300 million years ago." Golgothos, unconcerned, replied, "I have a feeling we will soon when he appears. I will bind him and his king, and their knowledge will be mine." Meanwhile, Abregmerylin and Pan left Aliana's mystical forest. Aliana took a final look at her glen, waving her hands and muttering words that transformed it into a barren landscape, soon overgrown with new life. Her ethereal wings flickered as she walked alongside the others. Pan broke the silence. "So, Princess, what are the details about the legend of you as the Dark Fae?" Arthur asked. "Who is the Dark Fae?" Aliana explained. "Legend says, I burned down my people's first kingdom, but the mountain erupted, not me. My father lied to hide my love for a half-blooded fairy, half-goblin." Arthur, confused, asked, "What's a goblin?" Aliana explained. "Goblins are our natural enemies, born from geodes filled with crystals submerged in mana pool water. They're evil and mischievous." Arthur asked, "Then how do pixies like you, Merylin, come from such things, and who made them?" Pan replied, "You're looking at the reason, lad." Aliana acknowledged, "Yes, I created the pixies when Golgothos captured me and my people. He was draining our essence to fuel his magical power and create his army of monsters." Arthur realized. People were saying at my father's castle that people were being turned into monsters. Aliana whispered, "Oh no, if that's true. He's found his Calderon." Arthur asked, "Found? Why was it hidden?" Aliana explained. "After we weakened him and the sages banished him, we hid 4 mystical items. The sword, the black Calderon of Dagda, the speaking stone that held the onyx stone of darkness, and the trifecta spear used to defeat Singe, the Dragon Lord." She continued.
Aliana nodded, recounting the past. After we broke free and weakened him, the sages banished Golgothos to the island of the ancients by erasing his memory. We took 4 mystical items he possessed that made his army unstoppable. First was the sword, second, the black Calderon of Dagda, third, one of the 3 stones needed to unlock the sword from its pedestal, the speaking stone that held the onyx stone of darkness. Lastly, a spear called the trifecta, the dragon slayer. It was used to defeat one of Golgothos' top generals, a giant beast from the island, Singe, the Dragon Lord. Aliana continued. There were rumors about the Dark Lord's dragon, He tamed this monster, gaining the allegiance of the ancients. The dragon was defeated soon after Golgothos was banished, slain in battle over the great plain of the north with the trifecta spear. We buried it within the mountains, chained between the two pillars of the world. If it ever escaped, a great earthquake would shake every kingdom as a warning. So the legends say if the Dark One returns, he will surely seek his mightiest general to take revenge. When we Fae came to these new lands, we brought these treasures to ensure our greatest enemy would never regain his power. If he has the Calderon, he'll try to awaken Singe next. We must stop him before the world dragon rises, or all hope will be lost. Arthur turned to Pan and Merylin. It's settled then we must find the trifecta and stop him before he awakens the dragon. He looked at Aliana. Your lead, my lady, where to? Aliana replied, we must find the order of the bloodline of the dragon.